You know how in life you're not always sure if someone likes you? Like, they give you a few maybe signs, but just to be sure, you gotta put on your Sherlock Holmes hat and solve a few Zelda puzzles, only to find they're not into you at all? Well, this story is the complete opposite. It was the first week of 9th grade when I first noticed Suzanne. I was scoping the classroom like a creep for the cutest looking girls, and there she was. I remember deciding at the time that I wouldn't label her my official crush yet, you know, because I was still recovering from what happened last year, so I figured I would just stare at her from a distance. Just like before. Anyway, that didn't work this time, because a few weeks later our teacher was absent and one of those do what you want, just keep it down subs came in. So we're loud as hell, and I find myself talking to a fellow classmate that just happened to be sitting next to Suzanne. It wasn't long before Suzanne looks up and suddenly openly admits that I'm cute. Huh, what? Well, alright! Out loud I played it cool and said, oh well, thank you. But to myself, I was like, Wasn't long after that day that Suzanne began to talk to me all the time. She sat next to me every chance she got, and openly complimented me very often. As you can clearly see by now, you don't gotta be Jimmy Neutron to figure this out. She was clearly into me. Now you guys might be thinking, oh, would you look at that? A mutual connection, how lovely. No. You see, the following week or two of contact with Suzanne, she decided to kick it into gear 2. One day she was leaving her classroom between periods, all normal like, but when she saw me, her eyes lit up and she threw herself on me. And this hug was the first of many. And I mean many. If I had to guess, I'd say 10 or more a day. At first I was hugging her back, I mean, I was 14, and at the time this was more girl action than I'd ever had in my life. So no red flags came up until she started to nickname me husband. That was when I first realized where this was going. This girl is crazy. But I decided to dismiss the nickname like an idiot and kept on enabling her. At this point, everyone was like, why aren't you guys going out yet? And we would just nervously laugh it off. But it was a very valid question. Neither of us had asked each other out at that point. We were just kind of in a weird lover's limbo. So Suzanne decided to take matters into her own hands and kick it into gear 3. It was lunch one day and Suzanne came over with a wing woman. She tried to appear normal, but there was clearly a pre-planned mission in mind. We began our usual slightly awkward exchange until her wing woman interjected and said,
you guys look cute together. You should kiss.
Huh? Huh? Kiss? I strangely began to think about the aftermath of kissing Suzanne. Doing that would make her my first kiss, and my first girlfriend at once. Which sounded cool, but then I realized that our whole relationship was just immature less than we'd probably break up within the first 2 months. But I wasn't about to pass this up. I did what any normal 14-year-old would do in that situation. No, I'm just kidding. I actually did what any 14-year-old boy wouldn't do in that situation. I decided to tell her that I wasn't ready for a relationship. So cheesy. And I think she got the message. She handled it pretty well from what I could see, and we remained friends after that. Looking back on it now, I think I made the right decision, but I regretted it so much back then. All that girl action just flushed away in an instant. Okay guys, I'll go straight to the point. I know what everyone's thinking. Where the hell were you, man? Guys, I'm a superhero, alright? There, I said it. For the past month or so, I was off fighting intergalactic bad guys in space, alright? I just got back from stopping the world from exploding. You know, the least you could do is say thank you. Sheesh. But don't worry guys, I'm hanging up my cape. Sorry about that. I'm coming back, so you don't have to wait super long for the next video. It should be out within the normal 1 to 2 week time period. So until next time, Sunny Squad, I'm out.